Mr. P Chidambaram, senior Congress leader and former union minister, is joining me now. Mr. Chidambaram, straight question, what are your concerns with one nation, one election? Of course, one of the pros that have been cited by the high-level committee has been that frequent elections burden the exchequer with additional expenditure, and these staggered elections actually induce voters' fatigue.
There is no voter fatigue. Even in elections held in Jammu and Kashmir, the voter turnout was high, 60% in some constituencies and 70%. Voter fatigue is an imagination of the BJP and the COVID committee, be that as it may. Now, suppose it is planned to hold simultaneous elections in 2029. That is, the Lok Sabha will run its full term from 2024 to 2029. And suppose the constitution amendments are passed in December 2024, as hinted by the government. Imagine what will happen to state assemblies elected in 2025, 2026, 2027, and 2028. There are 24 state assemblies that are going to go to elections between 2025 and 2028. There are 10 alone in 2028. You know what the recommendation is? The recommendation is that a state assembly elected in 2025 will have a term of 4 years. The one elected in 2026 will have a term of 3 years. The ones elected in 2027 will have a term of 2 years. And horror of horrors, the ones elected in 2028 will have a term of 1 year. 24 state assemblies will have truncated periods of 1 to 4 years. Is that not a waste of money? And why would a state and why would the electorate of a state agree to an election in 2028 when they know that the assembly they will elect has a life of only 1 year? Is that not a huge waste of money?
But sir, these are initial hiccups. The view of the members of the panel and also of the government is that after it is synchronized, it will all go well.
There is no synchronization. There is no guarantee of synchronization. Suppose there are simultaneous elections held in 2029 according to the plan. What happens if a state assembly is dissolved, or the chief minister resigns, or there's a hung assembly in 2030? There is no synchronization. Again, an election will be held for a part term. Suppose a Lok Sabha is dissolved, what will happen? The Lok Sabha will be elected for a term of 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. What a waste of time to hold an election to the Lok Sabha when the term of the Lok Sabha will be 1 to 3 years. There is no guarantee that a government elected for 5 years and a state assembly elected for 5 years will remain in office for all the 5 years. Where is the guarantee? The COVID committee does not even contemplate such a situation. It has contemplated it in the sense that its answer is, let's elect an assembly for a part term. How is electing an assembly or electing a Lok Sabha for a part term, some terms as short as 1.5 years, how is that advance the cause of the nation or save money?
Mr. Chidambaram, now it will be about the Constitution Amendment Bill, because the ball has been set into motion.
Don't jump to conclusions. All these amendments, Constitution amendments, the new articles that are proposed to be introduced and the amendments to existing articles, I've got a list of them, will all require a two-third majority of the members present and voting in each house.
That's
and the
right.
BJP mercifully does not have a two-third majority. They will not be able to pass these constitution amendments.
Okay. So if the BJP doesn't have the numbers, which of course is a prerequisite for ensuring any constitution amendment, then what really is the future of this move?
This move is dead on arrival. That's all. It's dead on arrival. I mean, there's no reason to change the present system. Please read page 244 and 245 of the Coven Committee recommendations. There has been remarkable stability in 5 out of 7 decades of elections between 1951 and 1923. There have been remarkable stability. In fact, there has been no instability whatsoever since 2001. Since 2001, the Lok Sabha has been stable. And there has been hardly any instability in the state governments. State governments have continued, state assemblies have continued for 5 years. The chief minister may have been changed, especially in BJP-ruled states, but the assembly has been there for 5 years, and the government, whichever party, has been there for 5 years.
Okay.
So this bogey of huge instability in state assemblies, state governments is a pure fiction.
But sir, isn't it also a fact that frequent elections lead to disruption of government machinery? Governance suffers, supply chains get thwarted, business investments, economic growth, all that is impacted in that period in which the elections are being held because of the model code of conduct being in place.
Months get wasted, weeks get wasted because the Election Commission is scheduling elections to suit the Honorable Prime Minister. Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry have 40 seats. Elections are held in 1 day. Why should Madhya Pradesh with 29 seats have 4 phases of election? Why should Bengal with 42 seats have 7 phases of election? Why should Haryana and Jammu Kashmir have a different schedule, and why is Maharashtra postponed by, I don't know, another 2 months? Why is Jharkhand next year? All this is to enable the Honorable Prime Minister to travel practically every day and address an election rally every day. Elections can be held in 1 phase, maximum 2 or 3 phases. And the 3 phases can be compressed in 1 week. Please allow us to choose 3 election commissioners. I will choose 3 election commissioners who will agree to hold elections all over the country in 1 week. The first polling will be on a Sunday. The second polling will be on a Wednesday. And the third polling date will be on a Saturday or Sunday. The whole thing can be done in 1 week. Why should there be several weeks before the election schedule is conducted? This election commission, the present election commission and the past couple of election commissioners have played to the tune of the government, the BJP government. That is why elections are elongated. There is no reason at all why the election schedule should be elongated.
Mr. Chidambaram, will the constitutional amendments, if it is indeed passed by the Parliament, be challenged in the Supreme Court? The reason why I am asking it is because we are trying to understand what is the future of this report, which has been approved and now being approved by the Cabinet.
You are doing a head count without realizing that most of these parties exist on paper.
Yes, the 30 parties,
they can't
which
win
actually
a single assembly seat. or a single parliament seat. They are registered as a political party and you are doing a head count. Count the relevant political parties. Now, I have no worry about challenging the constitutional amendments. The constitutional amendments will not pass, will be defeated on the floor of the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha.
Okay.
Therefore, the constitutional amendments will not become law,
Okay.
and only a law has to be challenged in court.
So, my last question to you, what will be the strategy of the India Bloc parties if this actually comes up in the upcoming winter session of Parliament?
If it comes up in the winter session, I welcome it. We will defeat it in the winter session. The India Bloc parties have made it absolutely clear that they will vote against this one nation, one election bizarre idea. We will vote against it and we will defeat it. They do not have, the BJP knows it does not have a two-third majority in the Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha. Two-thirds of the members present and voting and one half of the House. They don't have it. And all that we need to muster is one-third of the members present and voting. Remember what happened in VP Singh's time? Constitutional amendments were defeated because he could not muster the majority. And we will defeat these proposed constitutional amendments. Mercifully, the Constitution cannot be altered to change the majority required for passing a constitution amendment under Article 368. In fact, the Kovind Committee assumes, let me repeat that word, the Kovind Committee assumes that the government of the day has a two-third majority in the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha of the members present and voting, and they will pass the bills. The Kovind Committee only talks about ratification by one half of the states, and it points out that several of the amendments do not require to be ratified and some amendments require to be ratified. But we are not at the stage of ratification. We are at the stage of passing these constitutional amendment bills. And my calculation, the numbers, you know the numbers as well as I do. The numbers have been published in all the newspapers yesterday and day before. The BJP government, the NDA government, simply does not have a majority of two-thirds of the members present and voting in either the Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha.
Mr. P Chidambaram, I appreciate your time here on NDTV. Thank you so much.